Hello and welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our Lower Manhattan studio by Golf.com's Alan Bastable. It was a happy new year indeed for Jordan Spieth, who claimed his 7th PGA Tour win by a whopping 8 shots in Kapalua over the weekend. Now, Alan, whenever we have a very convincing and dominant performance like this, it inevitably draws comparisons to Tiger Woods. Are those comparisons warranted for Jordan Spieth at this point?
I mean, look what he's done at the age of 22. Only 2 other players have won more times than Jordan did at the age of 22. One is Horton Smith, all the way back in the 1920s. The other is, who else? Tiger Woods. So he's in some pretty rarefied air at this point. I think what's impressed me most is the manner in which he's won. 7 of those wins, 3 of those were in a playoff, which means he can get it done when he's, in a duel facing off with some other tough competition. 3 more of those. You had the 4-shot win at the Masters, 4 shots at the Tour Championship, and now 8 at the Tournament of Champions yesterday in Maui. So, he's proven he can win in a tight spot, and he's now proven that he can pull away and win big. So there's not a whole lot this kid can't do.
Yeah, the margin of victory is so impressive. Really, the only other player we've seen that once his foot is on the accelerator can continue to push down on that accelerator might be Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, McIlroy, that's the thing we always talked about as he was coming up, is that he has that extra gear. It wasn't clear that Spieth had that. He was just a solid guy, didn't do much wrong, didn't make a lot of mistakes. Now we're starting to see this other side of him where he can really, drop the hammer and pull away from the field. He can win in a lot of different ways.
A lot of people were talking about the fact that this could be a real hangover year for Jordan Spieth after having such success in 2015. A lot of pressure, a lot of weight on his shoulders in 2016. Yeah. What does this performance do now for your expectations for Jordan going forward?
Well, one of the people who said that was Rory McIlroy, conveniently enough. Whether he was playing a little head games there with Jordan, I don't know, but obviously Rory not in the field last week, which would have been interesting. I mean, that's the thing we're waiting for now, is to see those 2 guys both firing all cylinders and going at it. But yeah, listen, the one thing that's clear is Jordan did not take it easy over the break. Jason Day hadn't played in like 3 months, showed up a little rusty. He did finish top 10, but clearly was not on his game. Whatever Jordan was doing over the break clearly worked. He was well ahead of everybody, and it really showed.
Yeah, the idea of Jordan actually improving, now that's a little scary at this point.
Frightening.
Well, Alan, thank you so much for your time and insight, and thank you all for joining us on this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We'll see you right back here next week.